So I need to preface this video by saying, as you might be able to tell, this is recorded after I did the lap. What follows was meant to be a genuinely normal episode of VR car mod reviews on the channel. It became something different, so you'll see that there's a bit less effort put in. There's not going to be the editing montage like thing. Not going to bother, not going to waste my time. Not happening. I thought about doing it ironically to just be like highlight some of the worst features, but yeah, I'm not gonna bother. What follows is a meme, I realized very quickly, and yeah, I apologize for what you're about to watch. I hope you enjoy it. What's going on, people? Welcome to 137 Works, and today we're having a look at the Mercedes AMG 1, which is basically our Mercedes is new. I think it's coming out next year in 2022. It's their new hypercar, essentially. It's just the most insane concept, even to just think about. So we've actually put it past the concept phase and actually put it into production, and like they're gonna make this thing allegedly. It's absolutely bonkers. Essentially what it is they've taken like the drivetrain, I think it is, like the running gear, that kind of stuff like that, like the essentials for running their Mercedes F1 2015 race car. It's driven by Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg, and they've basically just built a road legal car around that. So like the engine, the ICE internal combustion engine, all the electronic stuff like the MGU and stuff like that, from all essentially the internals from the Formula 1 car has just been wrapped around in this, like, in my opinion, beautiful body. Like, it's a pretty crazy concept. But yeah, so we have this mod here. I don't know too much about like where it came from or the quality or anything like that. Again, as ever, going into this blind, there has to be a mistake here because it says it's only got 520 brake horsepower, but like if you look it up online fairly quickly, you realize that it's got in total, with it combined when everything's in tune and on song, it's got over 1,000. So I'm not sure there. It also doesn't match up, that number doesn't also match up with the numbers for like individually, whether it's just the internal combustion engine or just the electric aspect of it. None of the numbers that I've seen on Google and a quick Google search and Wikipedia and stuff like that matched up with that 520 number, so I'm not exactly sure where that came from. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Like, so allegedly, according to the content manager, the mod at least has 520 horsepower, showing 600 newton meters of torque, and it weighs 980 kilograms, so not very heavy, not a lot of horsepower allegedly, again depending on how they've set it up. Yeah, basically just really interested. If you don't know what we do here, we're going to take a look at it in VR after some beauty shots that come up next, and we're going to have a look around, check out the quality, do a sound test in and out of the car to make sure the sound is okay. Like, in theory it should be using the sound from a 2015 Formula 1 car, which is interesting as well. I do notice that it's using the sound from the Lotus Exos 125 stage 1, which is like one of the default Assetto Corsa cars, which is mad. Like, you think that somebody would have like let them use, or they could have made their own like version of an F1 2015 sound. I'm sure it must exist out there, like a decent electric sound sample that they could have used. But so that's it. VR test, sound test, audio test, and then we go take it for a single lap of the Nurburgring, not going for a time, just basically seeing how it drives. If it's a pig, it's a pig. If it's just a big heavy unwieldy thing that just happens to have a cool engine, I would be surprised, but you never know. And then on the flip side, if it turns out to be absolutely amazing and planted to the ground and drives as good as it looks, because to me, just personally, it's absolutely stunning. Like, it's gorgeous. I remember seeing the first concepts of this thing and just being in love with it. I was like, oh my god, that is unreal to look at. And then when you find out that it's got the engine of a 2015, like a fairly recent Formula 1 car, it's pretty mind-blowing to even think about. So that's it now. Get your beauty shots, a little montage coming up next, and then we will, yeah, that's about it. We're gonna have our little nice edit montage thing coming up next, and then I will meet you on the track. Oh, that is awful. That is terrible. Okay, so initial impressions. First of all, I can't turn my wheel, so I might need to fix something there. But initial impressions are, this might be one of the worst. This is the worst interior that I've ever sat in a mod that should be higher quality for the car that it's like compared to in real life. This is lunacy. It's awful. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's horrific. That is actually the worst. I don't know, like, are you seeing this? I don't think I need to necessarily even explain why it's so bad. First of all, I'm off center by like a quarter of a foot. Like, I would actually have to manually adjust this. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Jesus wept. No mirrors, okay? Like, it's just a general dark grey blob with what looks like a photo of an old Formula 1 steering wheel. Like, how did they make this so bad? Awful. Like, I admit I had some slight concerns about it from the outside, but like, I was, kind of hopeful, but yeah, that's poor. That's absolutely piss poor. Sorry to whoever made this, and I don't know again if it's a beta and it's not finished or everything, but like, even just the state of the digital display in the dash there, it's just like, is happening there now? Like, I mean, it does work. You can see it revs, and I'm presuming it changes gear. Yeah, okay. But I guess, yeah, next for the audio test, like, I'm already, like, actively not enjoying. Like, the problem with a car that's this, like, this bad when it comes to the visuals is that I genuinely don't even want to drive it now. It's just like, well, I don't particularly care how it handles. Like, when it looks this poor, it's not an enjoyable place to be. But listen, I'll try to keep my biases aside. So, the audio test, let's hear it from the inside. I mean, that's just wrong. Like, I feel like that's just objectively wrong. I think it is just straight up using the audio from that, like, Lotus baby junior formula car. And also the gear, the dash, digital dash does work, but like, oh, this is trash. This is absolutely awful. Oh, so it does have steering. It does have steering. It's just that the steering wheel isn't animated. Oh, this might be the best video I've ever done. Oh, this is awful. I'm not gonna lie, I'm simultaneously, like, loving the idea of this car now for pure meme value, but also... oh my goodness. Oh my god. This thing is absolutely cursed. What is going on? Well, it has the turn and circle of an Arctic drift iceberg. This might be the worst thing I've ever driven in this game. This is only about 20% of the accelerator. What is this? Somebody actually spent time on this, put it out into the public, and said, yes, this is the fruits of my labor. I spent actual moments of my life working on this. Oh god. Like, physics almost clearly just copy and pasted from something else. From something smaller, I'm feeling like. Like possibly ripped from the Lotus, just with a bunch of extra horsepower added. Like, there's just something about it. You can feel that it's a lot more smaller. Like, it feels a lot more smaller and... Oh my good god, this is hateful. This is actually hateful. Like, I can't make an actual serious video on this. I have to, like, make this as, like, a funny intro to, like, an actual episode. Good Christ. Yeah, it's like they just copied and pasted the physics from maybe the Lotus, along which would kind of explain the sound. But on this big body, and none of it works. None of it makes sense. It's like that old meme, like, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works, like. Let's try and go for it. Let's try and actually put the foot down now and get some acceleration. Like, it is blisteringly fast once you get it. Jesus Christ, going. It's like, again, just, this is just going to be a meme. This is just a whole episode. This part of this episode, at least, is going to just be a meme of, like, Will Smith. He a little confused, but he got the spirit. Like, whoever made this mod, it's like, yes, it is shockingly fast. When you get it going. Brakes don't particularly work, and then you've got brake oversteer. Ugh. Okay, and we've spun again. Man, I wish I knew anything about making mods so I could look into this and be like, oh, I can see exactly what they did there, because... Oh, I think I'm beached, am I? Because, as I said, this is just actually hateful. Like, this is shockingly bad. Okay, alright, and here we go. Now, 4 hours later. It is actually like reversing a truck in American Truck Simulator. Like, Jesus H. Christ. 15-point turn. I'm actually looking forward to getting to the end of this lap, just purely to get an idea of how it goes down the straight. This is comical. Like, again, I don't understand how, if this wasn't an absolute piss take intentionally, how somebody kept us a spin there. Like, how somebody actually spent time on this and released it and considered it at least, like, fair enough, they might not have considered it done, but somebody absolutely considered this, like, as like a public release beta alpha stage ready. It's not even that. But it's also like I was saying at the start of the video, I'm pretty sad because I was actually really looking forward to a good version of the Mercedes 1, or of the AMG 1, technically. Give it its full title. Oh, doesn't like to turn. This is so funny. Like, and that's not to put down anybody as a mod creator. Like, I can't create mods. That's fine. Like, but I don't try and I don't release them like out into the public, especially not when they're this terrible. It's just awful. Oh my good lord. Again, I'm gonna repeat myself a little bit at this point, but I'm just so torn between like this is comically bad and I love it for how terrible it is. I was really hoping to have like a really good representation of this car. Now, if one exists and you know of it and it's not this absolute trash pile, flaming heap of nonsense, please do let me know. I was like, hey, I'll put my foot on the accelerator more than 22% and see what happens. Didn't like it. Did not like it. Like this whole video just needs Benny Hill music or something like that behind it. Just pure meme music. Oh Jesus! Right, let's try this. Like this section can be flat out in a lot of like even street cars. Oh, what are we doing? The weird thing is the sense of speed. Like allegedly, you're only doing 160 miles an hour at that point, but it does keep going. In fairness. Oh, good. No. Oh, no. The carousel is a thing. It's like it heard me say that and just went, no. Well, I've had a couple of birthdays in the time it took me to turn that around, but sure, look. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Carousel time. Carousel time. Let's do it. Dorifto. Carousel. No. All right. Now, the funny irony being that... Oh my god. Watch me actually not make a mistake at the YouTube section in this thing somehow. And like the guy who posted this in the forum where I downloaded it, like he posted it deadly serious as if like it was, oh, you know, this is a car that's worth downloading. Let me post it to this forum where people can download it. Like I don't know who hurt you, man. Like, you know, it's just not nice to release this thing upon the world. Like the worst part about it is whatever is wrong with it, just in general as a thing that exists in the world, it doesn't even like I can't even quickly like spin the tires. Like I can't even do a burnout to turn around quicker. Like it just doesn't work. I will actually be 85 years old by the time I get this car to the track, but just sheerly from the amount of time that it takes to recover from spins, which it does regularly. Let's go. A little bit of pizzazz in the YouTube section here. Gently on the brakes. Reaching dizzying heights of 70, 85. Woo! Third gear. Don't mess up the YouTube section. Yes, we're through. We won't be on the compilation this week. It's so bad. I would like to know what physics they actually use though. Like it is just so clearly copy and pasted from something else. And they just adjusted the settings like to have the wheels in the correct place or whatever. There is no data even remotely close to this car. It also clearly doesn't have 520 horsepower. Or it does, and it doesn't weigh as light as it does. It weighs even less. It's like a single kilo. Oh, Jesus wept. I wonder what it can do down the straight. I wonder will I actually be able to get it to go straight enough down the straight to actually make it see what it can do. Like, I anticipate spinning out right at the last corner, but we'll see how it goes. Second carousel. A gentlemanly 52 there. Gentlemanly 52. Oof. Like, the acceleration is absolutely mental. Like you do pick up speed insanely quickly, but not in a good way. Well, let's go. What can we do? Gently building it up. Alright, I think we should have it now. Let's go. What has it got for us? 240, 250? Like the speed is there. And I'm just going to send it full on yeet. 280. Oh. What was that about? 284, 285 even? And then we got actually physics jammed into the barrier. Good God. Right, well, I'm just going to leave it there. Usually I'll wrap up with a trip into the back into the car park, but I'm just going to call that quits. I think I've got everything I need from this particular disaster. I will include the link if for some reason you want to experience what I just experienced, the absolute shit show that was. Feel free. Wouldn't recommend it. Like, absolutely not. Yeah, the Mercedes AMG 1, allegedly. Or as a more likely, something like the Lotus Exige race car thing with this body put over. And no other physics attributes changed. and no actual work or time or effort or care put into the interior. Awful. Easily, by far and away, not even controversially, the worst car that I've ever done for this series. Like, and probably ever will do, but you never know, something could still surprise me. Like, it's not even intentionally bad. Like, you can see some videos, like Jimmy Broadbent put out a video recently where it's like driving these cursed cars or whatever like that, like, and they were just genuinely obviously intentionally like terrible. This isn't that. This does look like somebody made an attempt at making an AMG 1. Like, maybe not the car to start off with in your modding career. Like, start off with something simple like a smart car or something like that. Maybe not start off with the insanity that is the AMG 1 as what has clearly got to be the first attempt at a mod that somebody's trying to do there. Didn't even have steering animations. But that's about it. I don't know how I'm going to do this. It's probably going to be a shorter episode because I'm probably just going to cut it up into just the dumbest parts. Like, just cut out any parts where I'm spending ages doing U-turns after spinning. So, yeah, if you enjoyed it, please do leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. Disappointed!